Guys, it's Obiro Chia here. Um, this is my first What If video. It's What if Naruto was Kaguya's son? Yeah, so let's begin the video. So we start when Kaguya was about to get sealed. So when she was about to get sealed, right, she had another third son, which is Naruto. So Naruto left Kaguya's body when she was about to get sealed. So as he left Kaguya's body, some of Kaguya's spirit was placed within him, so they could always communicate like while she was on the moon. So Naruto's spirit then continued moving around the world looking for a host. So we then skip to the Nine-Tails attack. No, before that, like a few months before the Nine-Tails attack, Kushina was pregnant with two twins, which we know as Man-Man Mito. So when she was pregnant with those twins, Naruto's spirit then came and went into her womb and decided to build a body for itself. So we go to the Nine-Tails attack, right? Naruto was the first to come out of Kushina's womb. That's when Obito came and started fighting with Minato. So this time Minato had help. It was the third Hokage was also there fighting with them. So Obito then used Kamui to get away from them. And then by that time Kushina has already finished giving birth to Man-Man Mito. So that's when Obito then goes and grabs Kushina. Then he releases the Nine-Tails. So when the Nine-Tails is released, Kushina binds it with the chakra chains, keeping it locked in place, and the Nine-Tails is busy thrashing around and cursing. That's when Minato then goes to do the Death Reaper seal, as he wants to place the Kyuubi in Man-Man Mito. But the third Hokage stops him and says, Minato, live your life. I am old right now, I have to go and live with my wife in the afterlife. So then the third Hokage then does the Death Reaper seal, where he seals 50% of the chakra into Naruto and 25-25 into Man-Man Mito. But they were not going to know this. They're going to think that they have 50-50. So after that, the third Hokage then dies. So Man-Man Mito are then taken up by their parents, which is Kushina and Minato. They then take them, leaving behind Naruto. So then Kaguya, who is on the moon, then sends Black Zetsu to go and watch over Naruto. So Black Zetsu then goes and starts to watch over Naruto, taking care of him as Minato and Kushina are neglecting him and all that stuff. So Black Zetsu is the only one who cares for Naruto at this point in time. So as Black Zetsu is taking care of him, Minato and Kushina then just take care of him a bit, but they neglect him, thinking that the Nine-Tails and Man-Man Mito and Naruto as like the soul. So 3 years time skip, Naruto is about 4 years old and he's getting beaten by some villagers and some shinobi. So almost everyone hates Naruto except for the Roman guy. Yeah, the Roman guy is the goat, so he doesn't hate Naruto. So Naruto then goes to Ichiraku ramen, then he gets some ramen. Then Roman guy's like, oh Naruto, how's your day? Oh, it's okay, Roman guy. Like, oh, okay. What you want some ramen? Yes. So after Naruto gets some ramen, he then goes to the house where the Namikaze compound. So when he gets there, Kushina binds him with the chakra chains. Where were you, Naruto? Where were you? Then she is like, Naruto's like, I was getting beaten by the villagers. Stop lying, the villagers are good people. So then Naruto just gets angered by this. He goes up to his little room. He has no bed, he has no light. It's just a table and a sleeping bag. That's when he just goes in there. Then he starts crying. Then he starts asking Kurama why. why is all this stuff happening? So as that happens, Naruto then starts to feel an energy which is inside of him, which is like going through his veins and everything. So then he passes out. So as he then passes out, he wakes up to Kaguya. Then Kaguya is like, "Oh, my son, it's good to see you." Then I was like, "What? How can I be your son?" Then Kaguya is like, "Oh, let me tell you." Then Kaguya then explains everything to the point when she was like sealed up. Then Naruto then understands. Then Kaguya is like, "So Naruto, are you gonna help me? Are you gonna revive me and help me take back what is rightfully ours?" Then Naruto's like, "Yes, mother." So then Kaguya starts to train Naruto in the mindscape, like training all his Otsutsuki abilities and everything. I'm not sure what you guys want his Otsutsuki ability to be, but I can make it whatever you want it to be. So as that goes on, the next day Naruto wakes up. He still has connection to Kaguya, right? So the next day, Minato and Kushina, Jiraiya and Tsunade want Man Meat to spar with Naruto. So then they called them. So Naruto, as he was like learning from Kaguya, he's like learned out a bit of how to fight. So as that goes on, they start fighting. Then Naruto's just dodging their attacks, which makes Men and Mito pretty pissed. Then they start using Naruto's chakra. So as they start using the chakra, right? They punch Naruto in the gut, send him flying through trees. They scratch his face and everything. Then they accidentally like stab him in the lung. Then he starts bleeding. So then Men Mito then faint because of chakra exhaustion, and then they're taken to the hospital, leaving Naruto on the ground, battered, bruised, and bleeding out. So then Kakashi comes and then sees Naruto, then takes him to the hospital. So as Naruto is taken to the hospital, that's when he gets healed and then he falls into a coma. So in that coma, he meets Kaguya again and they start training, like real hard training. Then Naruto activates the Renegon with Tomoe, and the eye in the middle of his forehead, it's not quite like open, it just opens a bit. So you can like see it, but it's not open. And the Byakugan, which will later evolve into the Tensegan if he changes eyes with Yuga, which we might know as either Hinata or Hinabi Yuga. So he's now in the coma, he's learning about chakra, how to control his powers and everything. So then Kaguya then says, Naruto, my time is up right now. So I'll see you when I get revived. And your brother, Black Setsu, I think he's going to come and meet you. Then you can plan how to revive me. So, guys, this is when I'm going to leave it. Cliffhanger. So I'm going to leave it right here. Hope you can subscribe to my channel. I love you all.